Let's talk about pros and cons of quitting Jiu-Jitsu. Welcome to my discussion on a significant decision many practitioners face, that being whether to continue or quit Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to go ahead and separate this video into a comparison of both pros and cons of quitting Jiu-Jitsu. Starting with the pros of quitting. First, your family and peers will no longer ask you about how karate is going. I swear anytime someone asks me this, I contemplate why even do this sport. Second, no more injuries. Imagine a life where your knees don't feel like they're about to fucking explode when you bend down to pick something up. It's gonna be nice. Third, you'll have more free time. Jiu-Jitsu requires a substantial time commitment for training, which might become challenging if other life priorities need more attention. Think about it. Instead of hanging around a bunch of homoerotic men, you may actually be able to touch grass. Maybe get lucky and you find a woman that will tolerate you now that you're not talking about touching sweaty dudes. Fourth, more money in the bank. Membership fees, equipment costs, and medical expenses associated with training can become burdensome or unmanageable. What if I told you that instead of paying $150 a month on a gym, you could invest that shit into a good old Roth IRA? Yeah, sure, you'll be down a fucking stupid piece of cloth, but you'll have over $500,000 in the bank by time you retire. I mean, it seems like a pretty obvious choice to me. Fifth, you will no longer have to call that little 13-year-old Brazilian prodigy that prays before he steps on the mat daddy. You no longer have to see him ever again. It's like he doesn't exist. Sixth, you will be more enabled to reach actual important goals. You can now prioritize other activities and pursuits over jiu-jitsu. Maybe go to school, get a degree, focus on work, become a CEO. These are all things that are now achievable because you decided, you know what? Being good at gay pajama wrestling really isn't worth my time. I better do something that matters. Seventh, you'll be a better parent. If you're a parent, guess what? Now you finally have the energy and time to develop healthy relationships with your wife and kids. They actually might grow up to not hate you forever if you take them fishing or some shit. Eighth, now some of you may be worried, you may do this for self-defense. Well, guess what? If you get to an altercation and you lose, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They kill you? Well, guess what? Limitless vacation. You no longer have to go to work if that happens. From my perspective, this is a pro. Ninth, you will have hair. For some reason, 80% of brown belts go bald. So it's safe to say, if you continue on with this sport, you're destined to become a bald brown belt. And you don't want to be that, trust me. You'll get 0 bitches. 10th, this is the last reason and honestly the most important one. People will no longer think you're gay. You spend all your free time half naked, rolling around with sweaty dudes. You're no longer doing that. So that makes me, from an outsider looking in, think, you know what? I don't think this guy's gay anymore. I think he's come to his senses. He's no longer fucking getting a boner, rolling around with dudes. Now let's go ahead and move on to the cons of quitting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Con number 1,